Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and one of the community's favourite events throughout the year is finally coming, and it is Holiday Ops 2023, and this year Milla Jovovich is going to be joining Arnie, who's going to be coming back again to be able to deliver you all of your festive cheer. The event will start slightly earlier this year than usual on the 1st of December, and it will end on the 9th of January. There are quite a few changes, so much so that Wargaming have had to put out this absolute chonker guide. I'm going to try and let you know everything that I've been able to figure out about it so far, so that you can figure out exactly what you should focus on to be able to get the most out of Holiday Ops this year. But firstly, let's check out Wargaming's video that they've presented on their homepage. And I'd like to clarify that if you want to see this without my terrible commentary, please go and watch it on the official World of Tanks YouTube channel.
The holidays are just around the corner, and that means it's time for World of Tanks to transform. When you enter the game, you'll see your tank village. Of course, it needs a lot of decorations for the holiday season.
As with every year, goodness
but
gracious.
First, you'll have to give it a fitting name.
We have to name it? Random name, Cozy Camp. Oh dear, I can already see the edgelords having a field day with this, that's for sure. Hopefully Wargaming have got their filters on correctly.
You'll start receiving your first gifts, including a stylish Italian M1643 Sahariano tank.
Sahariano tank. Wow, let's see if that's actually already in the game. So it's a tier 3 Italian medium tank. It looks like it has very average damage, but a rate of fire of 22 rounds a minute. When we times that by the 50 DPM, we get a result of 1,111 damage per minute. That's not very impressive at all. Gun depression is really nice though, 10 degrees. It also has a decent enough crew, so if you've got yourself some of the higher tier Italian mediums, maybe you can use this as some kind of crew trainer. It's definitely not slow, able to go at 50. You know what, this looks like a poor bad view range. They're 320. I guess you're going to slap some binoculars on there. You know what, this doesn't actually look like the worst little premium or reward tank that I've ever seen. And whether you turn it into a garage slot or you keep it inside your garage forever to gather dust and never play remains to be up to you.
And you can expect even more gifts for increasing the festive atmosphere level. To do so, you will need to upgrade the objects in your village.
Okay.
There are 3 of them. Fair, the Christmas tree,
yes, got to decorate
and
it.
Installation.
Which we can mold out of that block of ice.
Each object has 5 levels.
Okay.
To reach them, you will need to gather and invest resources.
Resources.
With each level, you'll receive decorations to adorn your objects. However, this year, they will be purely decorative and won't affect the festive atmosphere level.
They won't affect the festive atmosphere. So previously, that was the whole point of the garage, was putting up all of the decorations to be able to increase your festive atmosphere, to be able to get all of the boosts. So that's already a big change that we're seeing.
4 resources in total. But only rock crystal and pure emerald will help you upgrade your objects.
But it's purely cosmetic, wasn't it? The upgrading process?
Warm amber and meteoric iron will come into play later. These resources can be found in the area with the sources. Every source has a corresponding resource. Collecting resources is one of your most important tasks this holiday season.
Are we going mining?
So don't forget
for
to
Christmas?
check out the sources.
Oh my word, it looks like you have to go and click your kind of mining colonies up in the mountains to be able to collect 200 resources of each type, and it looks like you're also going to be able to collect them twice per day. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this is going to turn very Clash of Clans by the looks of it.
You can collect resources twice a day. However, if you don't want to do it manually, you can always enable the resource auto collector.
What does that do?
This will cost...
Hold on. Automatic resource collector, 150,000 credits each time it's going to collect the resources. So that could cost you 300,000 credits per day to auto-collect the resources, if you want to activate this, of course. But I can imagine that this resource is going to be very precious and you're really not going to want to miss it.
2 credits, but guarantees you won't miss anything.
It's a lot of credits.
Using a special converter, you will be able to transform each resource into another.
While losing what looks like about 20% when you convert it. But at least that's going to be useful for if there's resources that you don't have any interest in.
One resource in and get another out. It's that simple. But there are other ways to get resources too.
Oh,
When you
tell me.
reach Festive Atmosphere Level 2,
Yes?
a loyal friend will appear in your village.
A dog.
named Chuffy.
Aw.
Pet Chuffy once a day, and he's sure to bring you additional resources.
Pet and not feed him? Does he not get more chonky as Holiday Ops goes on? That would be funky.
Quite generous of him, isn't it?
Ah, thank you, Chappie.
To thank
Gave me
this
50
good
resources.
boy for his help.
Okay, so he only gave me 50 resources, whereas the actual clicking of the mines up above your village actually gave 200. So it looks like the dog is less important than ensuring hard labor up in the camps above the village.
You can purchase him a new collar, toy, treats, or even a doghouse.
Wow.
But the surprises don't end there.
Will he give
With
me more
the start
resources?
of Holiday Ops, all of the friends on your friends list will be displayed in a special tab. You can see what they've named their village, what
You can see what all your friends named their village. Oh, hopefully there aren't going to be a lot of people just... I wonder how customizable it's going to be. Are you going to be able to actually write what you want? Oh, my goodness gracious.
festive atmosphere level they've reached, and even pay them a visit.
Wow.
Most importantly, you will be able to select 2 best friends from
Oh,
your
no.
list.
Only 2 best friends? How are we going to choose?
When visiting their villages, you'll be able to collect resources.
Oh, wow.
But don't worry, you won't be stealing from your friends.
Oh, so you're telling me I can't go and steal like like Ike and M4 and Phil's resources from their garage? Oh, I'm just going in and pillaging. Don't mind me.
These are special resources just for you.
Okay, so click every day.
By the way.
Every day, go in, log into your garage, click 2 times for your own mines, then go over to your friends and click their mines as well. Oh my goodness gracious! I thought I was trying to get off mobile games, not get into one in the form of World of Tanks.
You can also pet your friends' chuffies. But
You
remember,
can pet your friends'
no matter
dogs?
which chuffy you pet, you will only receive additional resources once a day.
Ah,
When
so
you-
if you want to just be really mean to your dog, and I don't know, why would you punish it? Pet your friends' dogs to get resources instead. Goodness gracious! By the way, nice icicle. That was completely planned with the free screen.
Collect resources at your friends' villages. You'll be rewarded with plenty of great gifts.
Nice,
So
what, like-
don't forget to pay them a visit to earn a unique inscription, decal, and 2D style.
Oh, I like that. I like that one with the old retro consoles. God, it seems so weird calling those things retro consoles. I still got like things like my Mega Drive and my N64 downstairs. It's terrifying. Looks like you have to do it maybe 24 times over Holiday Ops, which is seemingly going to last about 40 days. So make sure that you do not skip this step if you want to be able to get yourself the style and
In addition
bonds of
to the
friendship.
sources, your friends, and Chaffee, you can also get resources for completing daily missions.
Oh.
Or from the large boxes.
Ah, so you can either grind daily to be able to get some resources, which you're going to have to do if you want to be able to get all of the rewards, or you can just pay to be able to get those large boxes. I see.
Special
But to be fair, that was no different to the previous year. In the previous year, you could have bought the large boxes at the beginning and instantly got a holiday atmosphere. So I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people who will do that. And arguably the best time to invest in the boxes, invest, that sounds like a weird thing that I'm saying, would be at the start of this event, because then you can dump your resources to be able to possibly get your festive atmosphere up quicker. And if you're able to get your festive atmosphere up quicker, then maybe you'll get more of the rewards.
guests are stopping by your village this year.
Yeah, who
and you
are they?
already know one of them.
Oh, who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is back.
He's
He had
back.
such a good time in World of Tanks last year
bet
that
he
he has
did.
decided to come back and celebrate with the
I bet he did. I bet Arnie had so much fun. Had absolutely probably nothing to do with most likely a 7-figure sum of... Probably they gave him holiday resources. They said, Arnie, if you come back this year, we'll give you an even bigger bag of holiday resources, right? Maybe he's just really into World of Tanks now and he wants some large loot crates.
us again. But this time, he's brought a friend.
Aw.
The charming and radiant Milla Jovovich is joining Arnold for a visit.
Does
and
actually
she's
look
ready
like her.
to
That's
spread
pretty cool.
joy and holiday cheer. She's joined forces with Arnold to prepare a very special surprise for you.
What is it? What's the special
Each
surprise?
celebrity has 10 festive assignments that will be available right from the start
So the special surprise for us is that we have to grind for them. Thanks, celebrities.
of Holiday Ops. To complete them, you'll need to use the 2 remaining resources, warm amber and meteoric iron.
So we've got to...
As you complete...
So we've got to go mine in the hills to collect resources, clicking in the garage twice a day, to then give our resources to our celebrities who give us assignments so that we can be able to get our just rewards. Okay, I mean, yeah.
Complete assignments, our heroes will tell you holiday stories and even help you decorate your...
Hold on, this is interesting. It looks like this is the only way to be able to increase the credits and the experience, crew training, or free experience that you can get. So it looks like it's no longer attributed to the festive atmosphere that's inside your garage. It looks like completing these assignments with these resources is what's going to actually enable you to be able to get what everybody really likes, which is those extra 50% credits.
Village. But most importantly, our guests have brought gifts.
What are they?
Get ready for unique decals, 2D styles, and bonuses to
cool.
XP and credits for your
Is that a multi-pass?
vehicles. The bonuses to credits and XP will work right away, but with a very important twist. You will get to select the type of XP you want to earn. You will need resources to complete the assignments from Arnold and Milla. If you're more interested in the economic bonuses and customization rewards from our guests, take care of the assignments first.
Okay.
But if you've got your eye on the festive atmosphere rewards, kick off the holidays by upgrading the objects in your village and decorating it as you please.
So I don't know about all of you, but for me, it's definitely economics. So, in theory, what you might want to do is actually use the conversion to be able to change all of the first 2 resources, which is the rock crystal and the pure emerald, into some war amber and meteoric iron so that you can be able to fulfill the celebrities' assignments faster and be able to get up that credit bonus quicker. But be warned, every time you change the resources, you're losing 20% of what you put in. But it might be worth it if what you really want is to be able to get that massive experience boost and also that 50% extra credits, even in your premium tanks.
In addition to the assignments, Milla has also prepared a Holiday Ops challenge for you.
Wow, so the assignments are different to the Holiday Ops challenge. I thought they were going to be daily missions. No, it's the assignments that are going to be the daily missions, I guess.
Ready for a new mission every day.
Wow,
These
so exciting.
missions are cumulative and can be completed simultaneously.
That's actually a really nice feature in Wargaming. I'd like to give a massive thank you to you once again for allowing us to be able to do all of the missions literally up to the last day, even the ones that we skip. Because during this holiday season, while Wargaming is trying to do everything that they can to encourage you to be able to play every single day and even charge you 300,000 credits if you want to still be able to collect those resources, it is nice that Wargaming also realized that there will be quite a few days that people can't play but still want to be able to get themselves Milla Jovovich or being able to get Arnie.
For completing the missions, you'll earn inscriptions, decals,
keep your eyes on the minimap. Big bada boom, cutie on board.
A style, a commemorative medal.
That style's pretty cool. I like that style. It's funky.
Discounts for researchable vehicles.
Oh!
And of course, Milla in person as a crew member with a unique voiceover.
Come on, big bada boom.
Let's win this quickly. I've got a lot to do today. You know, filming, interviews, saving the world.
Okay.
But if you don't like any of the missions, don't worry.
Yeah.
Every day, you will get one chance to change your mission. And not only the mission condition, but its type.
What are these
as well.
tokens? What are these tokens?
Basically, any mission that needed to be completed in one battle will become a cumulative mission, and vice versa.
Okay, so this is an interesting part. So you can either change, looks like once a day, one of your missions. So you know how tricky it is with the daily missions when Wargaming say go and damage 7 different vehicles in a single battle. You're like, what? How am I meant to damage half of the enemy team? Unless I play artillery, especially with those lower caliber guns. That's one of the easiest ways to do it, by the way. But I didn't tell you that here. You're going to be able to switch that to being able to maybe damage 7 different tanks over like 7 different battles, which will be very helpful. So if you're somebody who struggles with the missions, definitely make use of this.
You'll get one chance to change your mission every day, each day of the Holiday Ops event.
Cool. That's a great change.
But that's not all.
What
if
is?
you missed out on rewards from Arnold last year, you have another chance. As soon
Another
as you
chance?
complete all of Milla's challenges, additional missions from Arnold will be unlocked.
It's like
These
we're
mission
going back in
conditions
time.
can be changed as well, giving you plenty of chances to grab your missing rewards.
So when they say missing rewards, am I able to get another Arnie? Because it looks like all I'm able to do is if I missed it last year, but I hope I'm able to get another Arnie. I'm not sure if that is the case.
Rewards. And don't forget about the other rewards from past years.
Ah, wow.
Once you reach Festive Atmosphere level 10, the Holiday Ops shop will open its doors. There, you can use resources to
Ooh, that's painful. Everybody knows that in the previous years, what you would do towards the end is you would take all of your decorations down on the last day, break them all down in the Decorider or whatever it was called, and then you would spend that on being able to get the styles that you missed on the previous years. It was amazing, especially for free-to-play players who had no chance of being able to complete the collection unless you paid money. And even if you did most of the missions as you went along, and you could be able to catch the previous rewards. Now it looks like that's going to be a little bit more painful because I don't think you're going to be able to break everything down at the end, but maybe you'll have surplus resources once you've managed to hopefully complete most of the things to be able to get the previous styles.
purchase an inscription, a decal, the friendship style from last year, or even rewards from previous Holiday Ops collections. And best of all, if you didn't complete one of the collections from the previous years, you can now get a discount for it. Also, the more collection decorations you collect, the bigger your discount will be.
Nice.
But, as we all know, you can never have too many rewards.
Of course.
So, get ready for a special gift terminal in Holiday Ops 2023. It's very
What is this?
easy to use. Spend a token, and the terminal will randomly
So these look like the tokens that you were getting from completing Milla Jovovich's daily assignments.
present you with a useful gift,
What's the
including
gift?
credits,
Nice.
personal reserves,
Very nice.
equipment,
Very nice.
plus a unique, special Tier 9 Object 283 tank for rent, or even
What?
for good.
What? For good? So you're telling me I have to do daily assignments to be able to earn tokens to then put them into a slot machine to see whether I get a Tier 9 tank. Oh, my lord.
You can earn tokens for the terminal by increasing your festive atmosphere level and completing challenges for Milla.
Wow.
After you complete all of the assignments from Arnold and Milla and
Yeah.
reach festive atmosphere level 10,
Yes.
you'll be able to obtain tokens for resources.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. And I guess wow. Okay. So the plot thickens. So if you do absolutely everything that is available to you and you've gone and you've slaved away by clicking twice a day to be able to get all of your resources, and you've fed your dog, and you've gone to your friends' villages and you've fed their dogs, and you've said that they got a cool village, and you've hoarded your resources like some Scrooge McDuck, then you'll be able to convert resources towards the end into extra tokens, I guess, that you're going to keep putting in like a slot machine to hopefully be able to get yourself the new Tier 9 premium tank. But let's not forget, you can also get these resources from large boxes. And so will it be a case that you have to buy a lot of large boxes to be able to get resources, to be able to buy extra tokens if you don't get lucky? Well, fortunately, it seems that if you do all of Milla Jovovich's missions, you're going to be able to get yourself what looks like 28 gift terminal tokens before you've even done any of the conversion process. And it costs 2,000 resources to be able to get one additional gift token. You can also get some terminal tokens, it looks like, by leveling up your festive atmosphere, although it looks to me like there's only about 4 or 5 of them that will be available. So accordingly, without breaking, I'm just guessing here, you're going to be able to get yourself about 35 tokens or 35 opportunities to be able to get yourself the object 283 from the gift terminal. Now, I wonder what the chances are, and luckily Wargaming has actually published what the chances are from the gift terminal. You have an 89% chance of either getting free experience, demounting kits, credits, boosters, garage slots, basically everything that was in the small boxes previously. And there's an 11% chance to either get the Object 283 for rental or getting it permanently. So an 11% chance. In theory, if you collect all of the tokens, you should get rare gifts, unless you're unlucky, about 3 or 4 times. Now, I have no idea within the rare gifts option, whereas half the time you get a rental and half the time you get the tank permanently. But if that's the case, then you should have a very decent chance of being able to get the object 283 if you do everything inside the garage, even without converting all of your resources. But you're probably going to have to mine in the hills twice a day if you want to try and do this free to play. Now, with regards to the object 283, please stay tuned to the channel for a detailed tank review. I'm just going to very quickly go over this. So, okay DPM for tier 9, bad standard pen for tier 9, but then again the T54 has bad standard pen, okay heat pen at 300, looks like it's got 360 alpha, which is again better than a T54, gun handling okay, accuracy mediocre, aim time mediocre, gun depression 6 degrees, same as the T54 there really. This pretty much looks like a T54 with regards to its power to weight ratio and top speed and reverse speed. 380 view range is quite lackluster, which means that you're probably going to want to end up getting coated optics on this tank. 1,700 hit points is pretty nice for tier 9, not incredible. Wonder what this thing's armor is like then. Okay, so it's actually very well rounded. Whoa, this thing looks like a side scraper as well. That thing looks funky. All right, so if you side scrape, you should be able to bounce pretty much most of the shells that hit your vehicle from regular kinds of vehicles. What about if you load 300 gold? Oh. Okay, well it looks like this is the kind of vehicle that you're going to have to spam gold against. So quite similar to a T54 in the way. Will be nice inside a good matchup, not so nice in not a nice matchup. Statistically, it doesn't look like it's going to be a turkey of a tank. It doesn't look like some new overpowered vehicle, however. So I guess one of the things that we've got to try and figure out is this a premium tank or is this just a reward vehicle? They're calling it a tier 9 special Soviet medium tank. And so if this is indeed a premium tank, this is actually a pretty darn cool reward for everybody to be able to get. And while I'm going to do a full review on the vehicle, it looks like statistically it would probably be one of the more exciting premium tier 9 tanks to be able to get. And as it's a medium, it will be the first premium medium in the game, although you could probably argue that the STR-VK is, even though it's a heavy, is kind of a medium tank. So this is a real exciting opportunity for all of you free-to-play players out there. You will have to click twice a day, you will have to try and do your daily missions, but to have a pretty okay opportunity depending on how likely the permanently will drop is a nice thing. My gut instinct is that of the 11% chance for the tokens, I've got a funny feeling that Wargaming will probably make the permanent one maybe 1 in 4 times or even 1 in 10 times. Because I can't really see them giving away that many tier 9 premium tanks just for people who play this year. But that's just my cynical view.
The holiday season is here.
It is.
Decorate your village, receive gifts, complete missions, visit your friends, collect resources, and remember to enjoy the festivities.
That's it.
Holiday Ops is coming.
Wow. Absolutely no mention of the hangover period that happens in Holiday Ops. That's actually pretty crazy. Everybody will know that in the previous years that you got garage slots that would be able to use all of your bonuses, and then you could then play vehicles with increased credits and with increased experience income pretty much most of the way through January for an extra couple of weeks after Holiday Ops it finishes. So it looks like Wargaming feels that this was maybe too generous, and so those slots are disappearing. Now, that actually has big implications for the possibility of Chinese tech tree heavy tanks, a whole new line of Chinese heavy tanks which are scheduled for next year. So maybe what Wargaming is going to realize is that they couldn't release new tech trees so soon after Holiday Ops finished because of that hangover period and because people could effectively just put the new tanks inside those slots and be able to grind up the tree. Maybe, and this is just my theory, what Wargaming might be trying to do is to get rid of that, and of course that's not good for us players, to be able to then enable the Chinese heavy tanks to be released quicker. And we might see them go into the game very soon after Holiday Ops finishes, which is going to be finishing on January the 9th. Now, I personally still feel that the peak of World of Tanks was the end of 2016, where Wargaming released those 2 new Swedish tech trees. at the same time as Holiday Ops. It was a mega session during the Christmas period. It felt absolutely amazing to not only have Holiday Ops going on for pretty much one of the first times, but also to be able to grind up 2 new lines of Swedish tanks over the Christmas period when you've actually got the time. It's always been frustrating since that Wargaming tried to push the new content with new vehicles back into the January period, but I can understand from a game perspective that if they put too much in at the same time, that maybe people are going to blow through the content and then not play the game in the new year. I wonder if Wargaming are going to adapt to that, and maybe we'll be seeing earlier in January the opportunity to be able to play a new Chinese tech tree. Okay, so all in all, firstly, let me give you my big tips of what you're going to have to do if you want to be able to get through this. Firstly, you are going to have to click your garage 2 times a day if you want to have an opportunity to be able to get through this and to give yourself the best opportunity for the rewards. It looks like the main thing to do is to make sure that you're going up into the hills and clicking. In addition to this, you want to try and do your daily missions, visit your best friends' villages, of which you're going to have 2 best friends, while also petting a dog once a day to be able to get all of your resources. Next, if you're the kind of player who wants to just try and do everything, you probably don't want to convert your resources. However, if you're the kind of player who just wants to be able to get as many credits as possible, as quickly as possible, I would recommend initially converting all of your rock crystal and pure emerald into warm amber and meteoric iron to be able to get through these assignments. And it looks like you need 250 at the start to be able to start racking up that boost. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be able to do all of this immediately, and so any of you out there who are going to buy large boxes, maybe what you want to do is buy the large boxes early on to be able to get as much of that resource, to be able to start pumping up your credit boost and your experience boost. Sorry, that sucks for the free-to-play players. But for the free-to-play players, and again, you've got to make your own decision here, because you might not then have resources for the other parts to be able to increase your festive atmosphere. But if you break down the rock and the emeralds into the amber and the meteoric iron, then that will allow you to be able to get that boost up faster. But once again, remember that whenever you do a conversion process, you're losing 20% of what you put in. And then that will mean that later on for the event, when you want to maybe try and convert those resources to be able to give yourself some extra rolls inside this slot machine, that you might not have the resources anymore to be able to do that conversion process for the gift terminal. But to be able to access that gift terminal, you need to be able to do all 3 things. Reach Festive Atmosphere 10, which is going to require the first 2 resources. Complete all of Arnie and Milla's assignments, which is going to require the second of the third and the fourth of the 2 resources. And then you'll have access to converting any remainder that you have at 2,000 a pop to be able to get extra tokens, which will give you lots of extra things for your garage and give you more opportunities to be able to get the tier 9 tank. And I have to admit, getting through all of those assignments, sure, it's going to be cool to have the 2 styles, but it's going to be far better to have 50% extra credits, including in your premium tanks, or to be able to get that 50% extra experience so that then you can be able to maybe grind some field mods on some vehicles that you really despise. Or maybe you just want to have the extra crew training and the credits, then jump into the premium tanks, which will turn them into some mega vehicle for being able to really get your crews accelerating very quickly. With regards to the missions for Milla Jovovich, you could do all of these towards the end, and it will be a great opportunity to be able to apply discounts to a tech tree that you might be interested in. But I would like to highlight that these discounts, while they're great for the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, that's the best kind of discount you're ever going to get, and also the 7 and the 8 is decent, for the tier 10 tank, 20% is actually less than Wargaming give you for when it is top of the tree. And so keep in mind that from December the 5th until January the 5th, top of the tree will be the Badger and the Type 5 Heavy. And so I would thoroughly recommend not applying that discount to either of those 2 vehicles unless you're planning to get them in the future and not before they finish being top of the tree on January the 5th. Otherwise, you're actually going to end up losing 10% credits, which probably isn't a good idea. This will also be a great opportunity for any of you who maybe are disappointed that during the previous Black Friday sale that you weren't able to apply the discounts to any of the new Italian tank destroyers. So work your way up and save yourself a bunch of credits. And also make sure you do use these, especially towards the lower tier. Because remember, you get 50% of the credits back on a tank. So what you might actually want to do is sell a tier 2, 3, 4, and 5, and even a 6 vehicle, and then purchase them back with a discount. You actually make yourself some free credits, although it's only going to be probably about 100 or 200,000 credits tops. But still, every little helps. So what do I think? Do I think that this is better than previous years, or do I think it's worse? Well, previous years you had to log in every day to be able to do your missions, to be able to get the equivalent of what's dropping in the gift terminal. Now it looks like that you have to log in every day and click farm resources or spend hundreds of thousands of credits if you don't have that privilege to be able to get those resources to then start to progress in other areas. If there's one thing I will say, it's that Wargaming have seemingly just overcomplicated this entire process and system. And I think it's ridiculous that you have to come and watch a video like mine to really break it down for you and to let you explicitly know what you've got to do every single day. When I first looked at this, it looked like a giant headache. And I had to read it pretty much for about an hour or so to be able to figure everything out to try and get you all as informed as possible. The other thing that really concerns me is, once again, with this tier 9 vehicle, a brand new tank. The Object 283. There's been no other way to be able to get this. The fact that this is effectively random chances to be able to get this tank, and there's no other guaranteed way other than getting lucky in the gift terminal. I seriously hope, Wargaming, that this is going to be like an equal chance to either get it for a rental or for a permanent, and you're not going to try and screw us over, make us buy more large boxes to be able to then grind the dust down to have more gambling chances of getting the vehicle permanently, because that could end up being very expensive indeed. As remember, you need 2,000 resources to be able to get one token, and you might need 10 tokens to have a chance of being able to get the 283. And then you might only get a rental, which, let's be honest, nobody wants. So I think that this is poor Wargaming. I don't think that there should be any rental for the 283. I think it should be available permanently. And I think, Wargaming, there should also be bad luck prevention for this aspect. Maybe you can only get a certain number of rentals, and then you're guaranteed to be able to get the tank. Because anytime there's an opportunity to have a bottomless pit of resources going into something because of bad luck, that is bad video game practice. But anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that's it for Holiday Ops 2023. Really hope I've been able to break this down for you as clearly as possible. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments what you think about Holiday Ops 2023. Do you think that it's better than the previous years, about the same as previous years, or do you think that it's worse than previous years? And what are you most looking forward to in the event? And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.